Hello there.
Well, you know it's going to be a good show when this title says kilt-wearing pervert.
You had me at kilt.
Did I? Pervert didn't attract you? What people do under their kilts in shops will horrify you.
Yeah.
Well, when I say people, this one man, and that's enough to be horrified by.
Also, running clubs, are they the new dating app?
Imagine meeting someone when you're jogging. It'd be horrendous. So the tribal drum is beating for met at my most unattractive.
Do you watch Married at First Sight?
No.
Well, I watch it for everyone so I can bring you up to speed.
Maybe you should take a break.
Maybe I should. But I've found some new bombshell information from last night's Married at First Sight that I want to share with the class.
Is that bombshell information that they're not sincerely looking for love, or that's not their natural teeth colour?
I'm sitting on my treasures, unlike the brides in Married at First Sight. Also, we're going to catch up with a lady who's done a doctorate in Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she's got a PhD in Taylor Swift. And what about carnies? The image of the carny is the toothless hick.
Oh, okay.
Well, that is, unfortunately, a terrible stereotype. Unless you're one, and hello.
Yeah, apologies if you're...
Apologies.
Some
You
poor
can open a can
carnival
of
worker.
pineapple. But a new documentary that's on the telly goes inside the Bell family that has been a family of carnival workers for 100 years, and the reality is quite different.
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
What are you, an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. Hey, today.
What about yesterday?
What about yesterday?
That rain. I think that's the heaviest rain I've ever seen or I've ever driven through. Oh, I would. It was just a full whiteout. My windscreen wipers just couldn't keep up with the amount of rain on my windscreen.
Really?
And I had them ratcheted right up, but the rain was just so intense. And then there's these big cars. I've got car blindness.
Yep, what sort of car?
Just a big, like, four-wheel drive tank thing.
A Raptor?
Probably.
Ranger?
Right on my tail.
Rugged.
And I'm going at 50 because I
Ram.
can't see where I'm going.
Yeah.
And it's right on my tail. I thought, I can't actually even change lanes to the left because that's so filled with water I will aquaplane. Slow down, people.
There's a lot of those utes on the road now, I've noticed. Lots of them. We love them over here.
But very, and then he tried as soon as he could, as soon as the road widened, he or she went around me and then raced through and come on.
You know what advantage they have in traffic and stuff because you've got a higher perspective so you can see more of what's ahead, and they've got some big horsepower as well. So they gas it. They give it heaps.
Give it heaps, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hit by one of those.
And did you have to ride through any of that?
Yesterday I managed to avoid all the rain. You know what I saw, though? It was like seeing a rock star. I saw an asbestos site. I was going along King George's Road, just a punch bowl there. Canterbury Road, punch bowl. There's a little, there's a park there. It was all fenced off. Asbestos, danger, keep away. It's like seeing Taylor Swift. Going, wow, look at that. That's famous. That's a famous asbestos
Did you camp
site.
outside?
I looked at it. I got a selfie with it. Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a big deal.
And her boyfriend, Travis Mulch, will be arriving.
Travis Mulch.
Actually, we're talking to someone on our show today who's done a PhD on Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I insisted we get this lady on because I think it's kind of fascinating. Because I love Taylor Swift. You know what I like about Taylor Swift? She's normal. That's what I like about Taylor Swift.
Richest woman in the world. And ironically, you're quite right. From all the strange people in the entertainment industry, she is actually normal.
She's normal. And I just feel that the world that we live lately, do you sometimes just think we're living in a crazy world? This Nicki Minaj crazy world?
We have to remind ourselves that it's not actually the world. That's the world that your algorithm shows you. That is not how most people are living.
Yeah, and so Taylor Swift is mainstream,
actually,
normal, And that's good.
Yeah.
So, really.
Mainstream normal, richest, most powerful woman in the world who can't leave a hotel without screaming fans going crazy.
Maybe we should get her to go on a trip to the asbestos site.
You could take her and show her around.
I'll show her all the places in Sydney.
Yeah.
Look at this, Taylor. Look at this. Here's some infrastructure that wasn't built. Here's our asbestos
Here's
site.
a hole in the ground.
Here's where you can't park a car anywhere, although there's tons of places to park. It's a beautiful city.
Here's a car yard that's selling those big cars that scare me. Our city of Sydney.
We've also got Instagram make his return, and we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1. Colesworth is a blended word that people use to refer to which two companies?
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Well, I might ask you where you think Taylor Swift should go if you want to show her the asbestos sites that Sydney has. What are some of the other things we should show her? A funnel web enclosure, maybe make her eat some Vegemite. Ask her if she wants to live here and buy real estate.
We always do that.
We charm her.
Kathleen's in St Mary's. Where would you take Taylor Swift to, Kathleen? St Mary's Band Club, perhaps?
I've never actually been there.
You've never been to St Mary's Band Club?
Let Taylor Swift take you.
Amanda and I, we went to St Mary's Band Club.
I had to do that thing. I went into that big blowing machine to grab money. It was a promotion.
And you were wearing a skirt.
Well, I didn't know it was a blowing machine.
Why is it, what part of get in this blowing machine? And I said, is that wise that you're standing here with a skirt?
Well, it's skewed to men then to win the prizes.
Oh, okay. Right.
As they watched. No prizes that day, it's for sure.
Kathleen, all the men gathered round.
Oh, no, they didn't really.
To put their money down.
Colesworth is a blended word that people use to refer to which two companies?
Coles and Woolworths.
Yes. I've never heard of Colesworth.
Well, they just put them all together. There's no competition needed. Let's just pay top dollar. Can you name one of the NRL teams playing over in Vegas, Kathleen?
Not this weekend, but next weekend the season kicks off. Who's going to be in Vegas?
The Rabbitohs.
Yep, Rabbitohs are taking on the Sea Eagles. Yep. Roosters are going head-to-head with the Broncos.
Let's play Riff Raff.
Yeah, any old riff raff backstage.
Oh, riff raff everywhere. Gotcha, I understand. Got to keep out the riff raff.
What song features this riff?
Oh, crap, I do know that, but I can't think of it.
Kathleen.
Sorry, Kathleen.
Get on down to St Mary's Band Club. Thomas is in Cromer.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, guys.
Have a listen to this.
Just did Taylor Swift was in Cromer. Where would you take her?
Oh, I'd probably take her for a ride down to the beach.
That's nice, yeah.
Oh, I think she'd like that. And take her for a ride in what kind of vehicle?
I'd probably take her on my e-bike.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. She'd love it. It'd be a little basket in the
Sitting
front.
side saddle on the e-bike.
Cute. All right, have a listen to this riff, Thomas. Do you know the song?
Oh, is that China Girl by David Bowie?
Yes, it is.
I get excited, my little China girl.
Remember we had Nile Rodgers, the creator of that particular song. He produced the album for David Bowie. Remember what he said about China Girl?
We had a great day of recording, and he said, Nile, I'm thinking about adding this song to the album, too. And he played China Girl for me that he did with Iggy Pop, and I was like, woo. So I redid it, and I put in that intro, that dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, which I thought was the most racist thing I could think of other than going dee-dee-dee.
Still stands up.
Sure does. Question 4. The Wicked Witch of the What is the villain in The Wizard of Oz?
Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes.
Yeah, you know it. What colour is the Mart in the Kmart logo? So when you look at Kmart, what colour is the Mart in the Kmart logo?
Red.
Oh,
Thomas.
I think the K is red. Sorry, Thomas, we'll leave it there.
Shiny side up on your e-bike, mate.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Into the Magnificent Seven, we're up to question number
5. And it's going to Ty in Lilyfield. Hello, Ty.
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda.
Hello.
Hey, Ty, we were just talking about where you take Taylor Swift around Sydney. So we had Kathleen's suggestion of the St Mary's Band Club.
Well, you suggested that. She hadn't actually been there.
Great place to be. We've been there. Richard suggested riding around on his e-bike.
Isn't it Thomas?
Thomas suggested riding around his e-bike.
Take it down to the beach.
So that'd be
Where
something.
would you take Taylor in Lilyfield?
Oh, you got me there.
Have you got a favourite local restaurant you'd like to take her to?
Where do you hang, Ty?
I hang at home, actually.
Well, she'll go to your house.
Around to Ty's place.
We'll shove a cheese plate at Ty's house.
Yeah.
That's what she'll do.
There you go.
Question 5. What is the mart, or what colour is the mart in the Kmart logo?
It's blue.
It is blue.
What's the name of the special hygienic clothing worn by surgeons during operations?
Also the name of a TV show.
Great show.
Oh.
And a Beyonce song too, isn't it? A TLC song.
Yeah. Well, why don't you
Scrubs.
why don't you tell her the friggin' answer?
Question
Who
7.
is the founder of WikiLeaks?
Julian Assange.
There it is.
You've done it.
Is he? What's going to happen with Julian? What happens now? I think it's time to let him out. Don't you think? It's his time.
I think you're probably right, though. I have a friend who works in diplomatic relations who says that the damage that kind of stuff causes, because it wasn't edited, it wasn't curated, it was just released. People have been working the field for a long time who were hugely compromised.
But
so
having
that's
said
the thing.
that,
Having
wasn't
said that,
18
it was
years
years ago. I completely agree. It's probably time he came home, but I don't think he was the hero initially that a lot of people thought he was.
Ty, congratulations to you. You've won the jam pack. It's all coming away. $100 TVSN voucher and 2 tickets to the TVSN Beauty Bazaar on the 26th of February. Shop anywhere, anytime. You could take Taylor Swift along to that. $200 to spend at Bay Vista. World-famous desserts at Bay Vista, Parramatta and Brighton. Sands is another place.
She'd like that too.
Get the waffles. And Jonesy about to carry choose fit colour and some standard pencils. Ty, anything you'd like to add to this?
Love your work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ty.
Don't get the waffles because Taylor doesn't want to talk too much before his show.
Not like Celine Dion. And someone came up to me yesterday and said, "You're right,
this.
it's true."
I don't believe this.
It's true.
Put your hand on your heart and look me in the eye and tell me that happened, Brendan. Jonesy yesterday was berating a caller who said that she'd been to see
She wouldn't
Celine
answer the
Dion.
question.
Don't you think she talks too much?
I just
Talk
said-
about the pot calling the kettle black.
But I'm not a singer.
I know.
I do this for a job. In between songs, not Taylor Swift, what's her name? Celine Dion has a tendency to ramble. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
I don't believe that anyone came up to you and said that yesterday.
You believe what you believe.
I believe the truth.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Today's going to be a great day. It's a beautiful day.
It's a glorious day.
That's easy for you to say. Some of us have a hangover.
Thumbing through the Jamanek, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1997, Robbie Williams released his hit, Let Me Entertain You. Williams had left his boy band, Take That, the year before. Remember that? Remember all the friction between him and Gary Barlow?
We had Gary on the show recently and they said that they're in touch now and they've toured together since then.
Well, they've grown up. And when you look at Robbie Williams' Instagram, you get a real insight into Robbie himself. He's a very vulnerable character, isn't he? An Instagram post yesterday, Williams shared a colourful drawing of Gary himself. The artwork says, the animosity between me and Gary Barlow got really bad, but on Christmas Day, we would play football and show each other's photos of our families. That's nice, isn't it? He continues in the caption, bless Gaz, he had no clue, as neither did I, that he was in a band with a highly sensitive person who would take slights and grievances inwardly to the nth degree and then turn them into napalm. Yeah, it's hard working with sensitive people.
You know, a wise friend of mine, Anita McGregor, who's a forensic psychologist.
From Double A Chattery, your podcast.
I do with her, that they say that the thing you can most hope for in a partner is someone who doesn't take offence easily. Same in a radio duo, I would think.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh, I knew you'd say that.
Let me entertain you.
Please, try.
Jam Nation.
If you're just waking up, a woman has been fired after eating a leftover sandwich from the meeting room, and she's exposed the letter her termination letter for the boss is pulled.
Did she work in the office?
Gabriela Rodriguez was just cleaning up the office.
So she's a cleaner?
She's a cleaner.
Oh, so she doesn't work in the office?
No, she's a cleaner of the office.
Right.
And she's seen a tuna sandwich in the kitchen, half eaten.
Ooh, would you take tuna?
And thought, well, I'll have a go at that. I'll eat that. And then her employer has written her a letter saying that she's sacked. Sacked for doing that.
Yeah, but I know that seems very petty, but they must have a policy that you touch nothing, you take nothing, you don't eat the chocks on the table, you don't do that.
Yeah.
She says, I think that she was told they're going to throw them out.
What do you do around here? You see a lot of food hanging around and you think, I could eat that. I remember some years ago at another radio station, there was a half-eaten tray of sushi.
Oh, see, fish. I wouldn't do fish.
And I'm
Big on the tooth.
Well, okay, but I'm pretty right on with my food hygiene. And I thought it felt cool. And so I'm just standing there eating it. And then this guy goes, "You're right." And I turn around, it was Ed Kowalczyk from the band Live. And he'd left his tuna there and he'd gone to the loo. And I said, "Oh, sorry, mate, I thought you'd finished it."
And you just gone in and scabbed it.
I didn't scab it. It was
You've
just sitting
taken
there.
a chicken from the shops that someone left in a trolley.
It was in a trolley. It would have gone off. You know, Oz Harvest, they recycle food. You know how much stuff we chuck out?
I know.
It's
but
criminal.
they recycle it for people who don't have any food.
Okay. Well, if there is someone, a homeless guy walking through the building, I would say, there you go, my man. Help yourself out.
We were once, you and I, seeing a movie premiere somewhere, and in that room beforehand there was a plate of chips. I thought, I'll help myself to those.
That's right.
And the man sitting there gave me a look. He'd ordered them.
Yeah, you're just like...
Yeah, and I just assumed they were free.
That's why your name's Seagull.
Yeah, remember that time I was at the Chinese restaurant, Seagull? That's not why, Brendan. Poo everywhere. When we were at that Chinese restaurant years ago with our neighbours, Harley and I with our neighbours, and we'd ordered some wine that was in an ice bucket, little wire thing, next to the table. And I thought, oh, gee, why have they put it all the way back there? I can still see myself leaning way back on the back two legs of the chair, way back, and making a face at the people at the table behind me going, oh,
look how far they've put it.
Look what I have to do. Took their wine, and as I'm pouring it, I see ours on the other side of our table. They must have wondered why I'd pulled a big face. I gurned all the ways I took their wine.
So it's you. So you should have been sacked ages ago.
You know, you can never threaten me with that. I'd be happy for a lie-in. Are you going silent now so that the backup music kicks in?
No, not at all. I'm sure you'll fill the space.
No, I will.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
I've teased you enough with the headline. Kilt-wearing man in Texas.
I like
pervert.
I like what you said, pervert.
Pervert. I'll tell you what he's done.
What's he done?
He's been picked up on surveillance footage. He likes to go to antique shops. But he's been picked up on surveillance footage. What do you think he's doing in a kilt?
Well, what do you mean? What do you think he's doing? He's Scottish?
No, he's
Is he of Scottish heritage?
I don't know, but he's in Texas.
Does he want people to pay attention to him?
I would have guessed flashing, something like that,
because
you've got easy access to the nether regions.
Yeah, and they always wear nothing under there.
Yeah, but this guy's wearing nothing under there.
Well, that's traditionally what they do.
Well, I don't know how many traditional Scots do this, because what he does is he picks things off the shelf, display items.
Like?
Well, let's say there's been a makeup brush. There's been a tobacco tin. There's been an antique bottle opener.
Right.
He puts them up his rectum, takes them out again and puts them back on display.
There you go.
I know. I see you rubbing your face. I feel the same. So word spread quickly through the business community after this heavily built man was first spotted at the Antique Gallery in Houston. The owner of the gallery said, I had to watch it a couple of times to be sure what I was looking at. She said, I've seen a few things here, but not that.
To be sure, was he Irish?
She called the police after seeing him take a makeup brush and a hardware piece. This is, quote, shove both items up his anus, then return them to the shelf.
Both of them at the same time or separately?
I can't answer to that. So then, apparently, he went and did the same at a nearby curiosity shop. That'll cure your curiosity of that. He did the same with a bottle opener and a tin can.
Oh, dear.
So the man, once again, was observed removing the items from his rectum and putting them back on the shelves. So this has cost the first shop $74, a curiosity shop $130. That's what it cost them, because they can't just leave those items on the shelf once they know.
We could mark them down a bit.
He's marked them himself.
Used.
This man has an accomplice, a woman who accompanies him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's in it for her. Anyway, he's been arrested. Michael Vest, 60.
Michael Vest?
He's 60.
Yep.
Was arrested, charged with 1 count of criminal mischief for his treatment of items. And they're still looking for the female companion who accompanied him.
Right.
Police are onto it.
Oh, good. I heard, did he say this in his court case?
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
He shoved it up his bum. These are the people in your neighbourhood. Beware.
Jam
Nation.
We were doing program right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Dees, you have 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000 coming your way.
And you can double your money, but it's double or nothing with one bonus question.
Kelly's in Hornsby. Hello, Kelly.
Good morning.
Hello, Kelly. Let's see what we can do. 10 questions, 60 seconds. As we say, if you're not sure, say pass and we can hopefully come back, okay?
Perfect.
Kelly, here we go. Question number 1. What's the opposite of left?
Right.
Question 2. What's England's capital city?
London.
Question 3. Cherry and heirloom are types of what?
Tomatoes.
Question 4. Head and Shoulders are known for making what?
Shampoo.
Question 5. True or false? Madonna's real first name is Madonna.
Pass.
Question 6. Who is Russia's president?
Putin.
Question 7. Blue Ivy is the daughter of which female superstar?
Beyonce.
Question 8. What kind of animal is movie character Dory?
Fish.
Question 9. How many NRL teams are going to Las Vegas?
4.
Question 10. Who wrote and directed Avatar?
Pass.
Back to question 5. True or false? Madonna's real first name is Madonna.
True.
Question 10. Who wrote and directed Avatar?
James Cameron.
Yes.
Oh, Kelly.
Wow, Kelly.
Kelly, you did it.
You did it.
Oh, my God.
Cool,
So,
calm and collected.
Kelly,
Like it.
your journey doesn't have to end here. $1,000. Take it and leave with our good wishes. Or, Brendan, do you want to put on the pants? Please.
You could put the pants on. I look at you, Kelly. I don't think I even need the tempting pants for this. I think you'll get this question right.
Don't lead
I
the
think you'll get
witness.
this question
Please
right.
don't do this.
You're cool, you're calm, you're collected. You went through that very methodically.
Yeah, this isn't about methodical. It's one question.
It's one question.
So what Brendan's saying doesn't make any sense.
Break out the pants, Jem Wairai. There you go.
Kelly, there is one bonus question here in front of us. Double or nothing. Do you want to throw it all in and go for $2,000?
Do you think I could get it, Amanda?
Kelly, I think you might.
Yeah.
I think you can, but I don't want to say it.
I'm a solid on you getting this, Kelly.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, all right, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Now we both feel sick. All right, Kelly.
I feel so sick. Okay,
Don't be sick, Kelly. This is going to happen for you.
Kelly, here is the bonus question. For $2,000, which composer shared his name with a giant Saint Bernard?
Beethoven.
Yes!
There it is. I told you.
Yes!
Easy peasy.
$2,000, Kelly. Well done.
Oh, my God, you've got no idea how much that means to me. Oh, my God.
What are you going to do with that money?
Try and buy Taylor Swift tickets.
Well, she's in town. She might have heard this.
Oh, how
What are the
brilliant.
chances?
Kelly, well done you.
Oh, Kel,
I'm
great.
shaking. You guys are the best. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
look, I tell you what, with that money, get tickets, go to Spotlight, get an outfit, do it all. Buy your bracelets, it's all happening.
It's all happening for
Oh,
you.
thank you so much.
Well
Good on
done,
you,
Kelly.
Good work, you.
Oh, I
knew
love
you
that.
could do it.
I love
knew
it.
it was going to happen.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, it's no surprise that dating apps aren't doing their job. We even spoke about it last year. We tried to get people together who had no success with dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
So people are turning to the old-fashioned way. But one of the ways, join a club.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you join a club?
Yeah.
One of the clubs people are now using,
Or
apparently.
amateur theatre, that's another one.
That's another one?
Or is
Will
amateur
it be players?
Is amateur theatre a hotbed of affairs? I can't remember.
Well, you did it. You tell me. You can't remember?
What do you mean I did it? When
You
I
did
do it?
amateur theatre.
Oh, I did it when I was 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it?
No, yeah.
Were
I
people
guess
hooking
there
up?
was- There was a few people
Miss
there.
Marple versus, having it off with the stage manager. Where do you see her curtains?
Oh, okay.
Was it all of that?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You're blushing.
I'm just saying
What
later
story
on in
haven't you
life.
told me?
No, there's no story here. There's nothing in this. I'm just saying back when I did it when I was in Deadwood Dick in the Muscle Amateur Theatre. society, because believe it or not, I had a fear of talking on stage, of being on stage. So someone said you should
well
join.
deserved, I would say.
You should join an amateur theatre group.
So Deadwood Dicks for the Muswellbrook players.
Yes. But I remember at the time there was a couple of people that spent a lot of time rehearsing lines, if you know what I mean. Not me. Not
you were
me.
married.
I was just recently married with a little baby.
Well, running clubs are the new dating places, apparently.
They're the new amateur theatre.
That's what they're saying. Community-driven running clubs have popped up across the country with organisers attributing their success to viral and catchy social media video content, a lot of which is people hooking up. So, running club dating, it's called. People are signing up in their droves, it's an expression for you, in an attempt to find love. One woman here said she doesn't like that idea at all. She said, that's a cult, not a running club. And someone else said, my now ex-husband was screwing another member of the group while I was pregnant and he didn't quit the running group. Other people are saying, come on, the great thing about running is you can just get out sweating and hot. That's what I don't get. Who looks attractive when they're running?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me, but hot and sweaty and flab going everywhere and not... You're not at your best.
Were you ever a runner?
Oh, I've occasionally gone through slow, like Cliff Young slow jog phases.
With the gum boots
Cliff
and
Young,
everything.
yeah. So, but I would prefer to put my best foot forward in terms of showered makeup on.
Sure. But Cliff managed to pick up. He picked up a woman about an eighth of his age.
No, that's right.
Because he was a runner. So maybe there's something in that.
Remember that couple that were on Survivor who met each other? Imagine that. On Survivor, you're not showering. You're going to a long drop and not having a big luxurious soak afterwards.
Yeah, right.
You're not cleaning your teeth.
But still.
Still, people got together.
Yeah. The
tribal drum is beating for met at my most unattractive.
I am not an animal!
Okay.
Because you imagine people would want to meet when they're looking their best.
Sure.
Doesn't always happen.
It's true.
Met at my most unattractive.
It's true love, isn't it, really?
Jam Nation.
Running clubs, it's a thing.
Apparently, it's the new dating thing. I saw a TikTok that explained it all.
Run clubs are the new dating apps.
Run clubs are the new dating apps.
they are.
Run clubs are the new dating apps.
There's an online trend claiming running clubs are a great place to meet romantic partners, so I visited a local club to find out.
The running clubs, the new dating apps?
Yes, I think they are. I haven't met my husband yet, but there's a few cuties in the group.
Totally. It's literally speed dating. It's a good place to actually meet people in real life rather than just hoping you get a match on a swipe.
Yeah, but you're sweaty, you're wearing clothes that may not be the most flattering for you. Not everyone looks good in running gear. You know, you're not at your most attractive. My friends and I used to have a joke years ago that if you went out for trying to crack on for the night, wear your worst undies because that's when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
When you're at your best groomed, it's never going to happen for
Right.
you. So the tribal drum is beating for met at my most unattractive.
I am not an animal!
Hello to Neil.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Great.
Where did you meet the captain?
Well, interestingly, I was out clubbing and no, I wasn't wearing my worst undies, Amanda. I was actually wearing something nice.
Right.
Good.
But I got in the middle of a brawl and accidentally got king hit and my jaw and nose got broken.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't have bothered me because I'm not one to have too much shame or anything, but didn't help that the police officer that turned up and helped escort me to hospital was a bit of a looker. So I was a little bit embarrassed that I looked so terrible in front of this guy. Mm-hmm. But he obviously broke a few laws himself because he somehow obtained my phone number, checked in on me a few days later and then a few days later and kept checking in on me until we went on a first date. And fast forward 5 years and we are still together.
To Neil, what a story. So he first laid eyes on you when your jaw and nose were broken, bloodied, swollen, all of it.
And let's say my nose still looks pretty hideous even though it's not broken, but he still loves me.
What a story to Neil.
So you look like you've just finished UFC.
Yes.
And he saw past that.
I love it.
Exactly. So I can't look any worse. So no matter how I look now, I look amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's what we're after. Met at my most unattractive.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Let's go.
No time for chit chat. I want to go home.
See, I would have thought an amateur theatre club would be a hotbed of romance, but possibly.
Well, as you said, it wasn't for you because your wife had just had a baby.
Yeah, I was young and I wanted to expand more my range.
Expand more my range, Yoda.
Expand my range more. So I joined the Amateur Theatre Club so I could get a bit of stage
in
presence.
Muswellbrook.
In Muswellbrook.
And what was the show?
Deadwood Dick. It was a melodrama.
What role did you play?
I played Dick. What do you expect?
Typecasting.
What do you expect?
And were you nervous? I did it.
Very nervous. Yeah, I didn't like performing on stage. It wasn't my bag, man. It wasn't my bag.
And just a few years later, there you are, naked at the Enmore Theatre for Full Monty.
I got over that.
If you had been single, would you?
Yeah, I think there could have been. I think there's a lot of older people in there. People in there. And when I say older, I was 23. The other people in the Amateur Theatre Society were in their 30s up to 40s, and there was a frisson that I could always pick up from the other people.
But what we're learning is that the dating apps these days, a lot of people are turning away from them, and it seems that this is the latest trend.
Run clubs are the new dating apps.
Run clubs are the new dating apps.
They are.
Run clubs are the new dating apps.
Yeah, like I sail on the weekends with a bunch of ancient men, and there's nothing in that. There's absolutely nothing in that.
And for them, do they look at you and go, "There's some fresh meat"?
Have a look at this. Yeah.
Once a dick, always a dick.
Look at this young cabin boy.
We took a hilarious call from Tennille before because we're talking about. It's an interesting way to crack on to someone if you're in a running club, because not everyone looks amazing in jogging clothes. Not everyone doesn't get a big red face.
Yep.
Some people don't look their best. So we were talking about met at my most unattractive, and we got this fantastic call from Tennille.
I got in the middle of a brawl and accidentally got king hit, and my jaw and nose got broken.
Oh, my God.
Didn't help that the police officer that turned up and helped escort me to hospital was a bit of a looker. So I was a little bit embarrassed that I looked so terrible in front of this guy. Mm-hmm. Checked in on me a few days later and then a few days later and kept checking in on me until we went on a first date. And fast forward 5 years and we are still together.
Tennille, what a story. Love it.
What a great story. But then we were talking further about that running clubs as a whole, because you were saying when you're walking along the beach.
Well, that's right. I'm not always a big fan of running clubs. We might put it to the pub test. Forget about where you met your partner, although I did get a text from a friend of mine saying that her brother had a lot of dental work after he came off a push bike years ago, knocked all of his teeth out. He got cracked onto by the dental nurse. So people will find love in the strangest places. But forget finding love running. Lots of these running clubs are popping up all over the place, and it can make my Saturday morning walk annoying.
Right.
We might put it to the pub test.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Answer the Pub test. Today we've been talking about running clubs. They're everywhere.
Hundreds of community-driven running clubs have been popping up. There's the Pace Yourself Run Club in Centennial Park, the Unofficial Run Club, Milson's Point, King's Cross, blah, 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 blah.
Hang on, the Unofficial Run Club in Milson's Point wouldn't indeed be official because it's unofficial. If you all meet together, then it's officially become official.
Well, I don't know what the difference between official and unofficial. I know there's a Coogee Run Club that goes along Coogee Beach, and I think it's great. I think seeing people out, keeping fit, it's a great thing to see. Having said that, like Centennial Park, there's a big space. It's not going to stop anyone if other people are running in a big, long charm bracelet arrangement. Along Coogee Beach, the path that I walk my dog on a Saturday and Sunday morning is a narrow little path. And you walk along, people move out of the way so that you can't do four abreast along some of those little paths. They're really tiny. And a running group on Saturday morning, there were about 20 people, excuse me, and it just takes away what I do my walk for, which is to clear my head, to take a breath, to enjoy nature. I turned around and came home, actually, which is why it's interesting we're talking about this today. Right. It stripped my walk from what I wanted it to be.
I used to live in a house on a bit of a hill, and there'd be the local gym, and they'd come down and they'd run up and down the hill. I don't mind. I'd be sitting there having a beer on a Thursday, and they'd be doing their run up and down the hill, listening to the PT bark orders at these poor sweating clients.
How would you feel, though, if it ran through really close to where you were sitting, or it impeded you in some way, or people were trying to use the stairs, or your family was trying to use those stairs to get to your house, or any of those things? When it starts to impinge on you, you don't feel so much largesse for them anymore, do you?
Impinge, largesse, bingo. These are great words.
The pub test. Running clubs, do they pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
I came across a family recently called the Bells. They've been touring Australia for over 100 years. and been battling not just to keep Australia's oldest carnival show on the road, but to keep the family's legacy alive. Tonight, producer and director Isabel Darling releases a doco, a show about her past 7 years on the road with this family. The documentary is called The Carnival, and Isabel joins us now. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Great to talk to you, Isabel.
It's so fascinating, isn't it, that all that stuff when you were a kid about running away and joining the circus. What's the inside of living with a circus like?
Oh, it's fun. It's really fun. It's a lot of hard work. They're the hardest workers I've ever seen. But they have a lot of fun. They have a lot of family time and a lot of togetherness as they sort of roll around the country.
And do people still have an appetite for seeing circuses and seeing performers like this?
Well, this is more a carnival, so this is more about the rides and this sort of the side shows and all that sort of entertainment. Circuses and carnivals are still very popular. I think that because they're unique and they roll into town once a year, that's the novelty.
Yeah.
I think if it was any more than that, people go, I'll go in 6 months. But because it's that once a year sort of festival feeling and, it's the coming together of community and you go down to the show and you bump into people and it's just that atmosphere. I think that's what really keeps people going back.
A lot of the times when you go to those carnivals, you think they've got some sort of ride and it looks like it's just held together with cable ties and masking tape, and you think, I'm not going on that thing. Is that the case with the rides? How's their maintenance is more or less is what I'm asking you?
Not at all. Yeah, not at all. I know what you mean. Some of the rides are really scary, but they do so much maintenance. I saw over the years just the amount of paperwork and the bureaucracy they've got to deal with and insurances. They've got so many insurance problems at the moment with insurance companies leaving Australia. There's lots of issues, but because it's the same people operating the rides all the time, they know every sound it makes. They know when something has gone maybe a little bit wrong. They'll shut it down. It's actually a really safe operation. So, nothing to worry about there.
If you're born into a carnival family, is it inevitable you end up being part of that carnival? Can kids opt out?
Well, that's what I found really fascinating when I got to know the family. I found this unspoken succession plan that they had in place. It was almost like it's like a dynasty. It's like a monarchy. There's this handing down of the reins to the next boy in line. And when I met them, the kids were teenagers and they didn't really know what they wanted. So there was this really interesting transition to watch the kids kind of grow into adults and, watch who they become and see how the pressures of family really, take their toll on them. Lots of things going on in this world. But yeah, there's definitely this kind of handing down and we get to see that fully fleshed out in the film.
It must have been hard because you would have grown quite close to them doing it for 7 years, but at the same time you're making a documentary which you want to be entertaining as well. So was that hard in the editing process?
It was actually, yeah, it was hard, and I tried through the years to keep explaining to the family that, I'm not making a documentary on the history of carnivals. I'm making something much more about the characters, and I had to say, this is about you, this is about your family, this is about your arguments and your love for each other and, the ups and downs, and I had to really encourage them to be sort of warts and all. And I think because I have a life and a personal life and was transparent with them about things, we all had to be sort of vulnerable with each other, and there was a lot of trust there. I had to sort of keep refreshing them, but they were so open to it. They were so giving with their time. I think they thought I was a bit of a pest at times. But in the end, they'd seen what we've made, and we had to make some tough decisions in the edit. There were some things that we chose to leave out, some things that we decided to leave in, and we had to explain to some of our cast, this is why we've chosen to do this. And they got it, and they loved the film, so we're happy.
Good.
The stereotype of the carny is kind of the toothless hick. This is sort of the stereotype, as I say. How far away are the bells from that?
Oh, look, that's why I wanted to make the film, because we've all got that impression, don't we? It's in the sort of media, The Simpsons and everything. And I was just so curious about who they really are and what they're like and how they operate. And I was mostly curious about where they come from and where they go, because they just seemed to, disappear every year. So, look, I think the point of the film really is to show that they're just like any other Australian family. They've got the same battles and challenges and the same love for each other, and they're just operating a business like lots of other Australian families, and they've got lots of challenges that they're facing, but some very different ones. They're battling weather and fuel prices and all sorts of things, insurance, of course. They're a lovely family. I was very lucky to come across such a nice family.
You must have won a lot of stuffed animals in the sideshow alley.
I've actually enjoyed running some of those games.
Really?
Did you learn the secrets, Isabel?
Because it's you know what it is? We call it in the trade, it's gettable hard. So you look at it and you think, I could get that, but you can't get it.
Yeah, that's right. Like the hangman, where your wrists have to, be double jointed. Yeah, no, It's a lot of fun.
You're not saying too much there, are you, Isabel?
What happens on road stays on the road.
But, that's the mystery. That's what part of it is. And it looks fascinating. The carnival is on tonight at 8:40 on SBS and SBS Demand. Isabel, darling, thank you.
Thank you. It's on tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay. We'll have someone sacked and killed for giving us the wrong information.
Or we can just put out the right information instead. Thank you, Isabel.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Isabel.
Bye.
Jam Nation. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the J&A Arms for the pub test today. Running clubs, does it pass the pub test?
We've been talking about running clubs, first of all, in the context of them being the new dating sites. I can't think of anywhere worse to meet someone you've got their literal hots for. Beetroot face, wobbly bits hanging out, and then that's how I would look.
That's Barnaby Joyce's running club.
But they're upright, and I think that's a nice thing. But running clubs in general, these community groups have sprung up all over the place. There's one that runs near me, and that's great. It comes out of a gym not far from where I am.
Yep.
I don't mind that at all. It's great seeing people out and about being fit. But part of the walk that I do on a Saturday and Sunday morning is along a narrow path, and there's 20 runners, excuse me, coming past, and you have to stand, you can't all share the path.
Yeah.
You have to squish over to the side, and it's like this enormous charm bracelet comes right past you, and the dog and I squish right over to the side.
It seems to be everywhere as well. You could be going up Everest and a running club will go past. You go on the Kokoda track, there's the running club going past.
Yeah, and if you've got space around you, maybe that's one thing, but I turned around and went home. I just thought this is taking everything that I need and want from my walk away, really. Yep. Running clubs, do they pass the pub test?
Look, they do pass a pub test. I was out on a walk the other day and there must have been 500 people. I mean, I like people watching, but they were just taking over the path. They were getting in people's way. Dogs having to get out of the way. So, yeah, it's a bit annoying. But I suppose if you've got to meet people, that's a way to do it. So, yeah, I'm giving them a tick today.
Absolutely not. I'm one of those people who, if I have to run somewhere, it means I'm not going to be getting anywhere because I'm not fit enough to do it. So running clubs, no. Been married for 22 years. I met my wife overseas. I wouldn't meet anyone through a running club. No way.
Definitely. I look at the young kids today and they lack a lot of social connection. So if they all get up in the morning and go for a run together, do something that's fit and healthy and connect with other people their own age, I think it's a big win.
No, when you want to buy a house near a airport, you better put up with the noise of the planes. So if you want to buy a house anywhere where people are going to run or walk or whatever, you have to take all of that into account.
I can understand where Amanda's coming from, but what Amanda should do, she should jump on the end of the line and run with them. With the dog, and I reckon they'd understand how she feels,
You
they don't understand how I feel because I put them all off. Is that what he means?
You could be following them in your little shorty shorts with the
with
dog.
titanium hips, and off I go.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
I feel like I'm just on my best behaviour because Taylor Swift's in town.
Are you disappointed like I am that it's raining? She loved Melbourne so much.
Yeah.
And Melbourne turned it on. And Sydney has to turn it on.
Sydney?
What are you going to do with the weather? She's staying in a beautiful hotel overlooking the water and it's been raining non-stop. Why can't we be better for Taylor?
Well, I just would like Sydney to be better. And I love Sydney. I grew up here. It's my spiritual home. I've lived all around the country. But you know what? Something about Sydney, it's like we just don't care.
I care.
No, we can't. What I mean is we just don't care. Like, I mean, our infrastructure's terrible. You can't park a car anywhere. You can't get a drink. You can't do this. There's asbestos everywhere. Like,
No,
really.
I choose to not see it that way.
No, I'm always, if someone bags Sydney, I'll stand up and defend it. But what I'm saying, as someone that's, you go, okay. Because sometimes you go to Melbourne and you go, oh, how good's this joint? How good's the MCG?
Did you notice how many Americans were looking at Taylor Swift performing at the MCG and were commenting on where's the car park around it?
Yeah.
And they were saying, well, we all take public transport there. It's so easy. Because I went to see an American football game in New York. It took ages to get there because you have to have them out of town because the surrounding area is just a giant car park, I guess like Homebush.
Well, Homebush has a ginormous car park, all that paving, the paving, you could put, I reckon, 1 billion cars there. But you know what? You can't. You got to park your car 5 miles away, and then you got to get a bus to get to.
Let's not make this negative.
No,
I mean, I love Sydney, and when Sydney turns it on with great weather, we are unbeatable. Yeah. I'm getting competitive.
You are.
Come on, weather gods, turn it on for Taylor.
Turn it on for Taylor. What about doing a PhD in Taylor Swift, though?
Well, we're about to talk to someone, a doctor who's got a PhD that specialises in fandom and celebrity culture, and she's recently done a big case study on Taylor Swift. What makes Taylor different? We'll talk to this woman next.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast. I tell you what, who said PhDs were boring? Our next guest is a doctor who has a PhD in sociology and specialises in fandom and celebrity culture. Her name is Dr. Georgia Carroll. She's one of the only researchers in Australia with this specialty. And she's even done a case study on Taylor Swift. Who to get on to discuss the Taylor mania other than this fabulous woman, Georgia? Hello.
Hi, thanks so much for chatting to me.
Well, it's great to have you on. It's extraordinary with Taylor Swift. I look at her rise to superstardom. In 2018, she was sort of like, it's just Taylor Swift. But now,
yes,
how does that happen?
I think really, in a lot of ways, and as bad as this kind of is to say, but the pandemic worked in her favour. She went from releasing Lover in 2019 and then in the space of the next couple of years released 2 other studio albums with another coming in April and 4 re-releases of her back catalogue. So in a span of kind of 4 or 5 years, she's released 7 albums and has kind of put herself at the forefront of everyone's mind constantly with this constant stream of really, really good music, and the fans have just eaten it up.
I was reading somewhere that 2% of the population have seen or will see Taylor Swift perform. That is absolutely extraordinary, isn't it? And she's a solo performer. She's this strong, single woman. What has your study shown about what this kind of fandom incites in people?
Yeah, so a lot of it is her relatability and the fact that she's been performing for 17 years now. So a lot of fans who are now in their 30s have felt like they've grown up with her and they've connected to her music from when they were a teenager through to now when they're, professional women with their own families. And then you've got, the little kids who are discovering her for the first time and the people who are tuning in because of all of the hype and realizing that she's just an amazing performer. Like, I went to her show on Friday night, 3.5 hours, just her on stage dancing her heart out. Like, that's a feat of endurance as well.
Is there a downside to this fandom, to this kind of obsession that people seem to have for Taylor?
Look, there is always a group of people on the extremes who take things too far and maybe invade people's privacy and might, attack people on social media. But when you think about the fact that she's so popular everywhere around the world, that number is so minuscule. And for most people, it's just like a sense of joy, a sense of community, and a real chance to bond with family and friends and just have fun, which is, the environment we've seen at these concerts.
And there's some curmudgeons that aren't into Taylor, but that's just like mean-spiritedness, really, isn't it?
I don't wonder how many there really are. Social media probably amplifies all that.
Yeah, I think, a lot of it comes from people who haven't seen her evolve past this idea they have in their head of her as a teenager who sings about breakups. And they kind of haven't tuned in to see her career evolve. And it's easy to kind of punch down on the female singer experiencing these crazy levels of success. But I think most people are fans these days.
What's the most surprising thing you learnt on your sociological deep dive?
I critique Taylor a little bit in that her marketing is very savvy, and she kind of lures her fans with this idea of being noticed by her to get them to spend a lot of money. So, she released 8 versions of her album Folklore and 4 versions of her album Midnight, and really encourages her fans to buy it all and to show they're a good fan through purchasing. When you're a billionaire, that can kind of be seen as a bit dodgy, but her fans love her and they want to connect with her and be noticed by her. So they're willing to buy into that. And they really want to connect.
If you doing a PhD in Taylor Swift, if you met Taylor Swift, would you mention that to her? Because that would sound a little bit stalkerish.
Look, it would sound a little bit stalkerish. I'm sure I'm on some kind of blacklist at the moment for the fact that I do critique her a bit. But I'm also a huge Swiftie. I've been a Swiftie for over 15 years now. I've seen the show once. I'm going again on Friday. At my heart, I'm a researcher, but I'm also a fan.
Right. So we'll look for you in the crowd with a clipboard, looking over the top of your glasses. Okay.
A bedazzled lab coat.
Okay. Well, Dr. Georgia, that's fascinating. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Jam Nation. You're live on the air.
Live and kicking.
It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
You know I love Mark Ferguson, don't you? Channel
Pretty boy
7
Ferguson.
newsreader. He's the most professional, fabulous person you can meet.
I like him too. I just feel that
you get a bit jealous.
No, I don't get jealous. He just seems to come in here a lot, and then all the girls are like, oh, Mark's here, boo. Oh, Mark.
Well, it pains me to say.
What's happened? Trouble in paradise?
I found something last night. I saw something. I heard something. I was watching Channel 7 News.
Really? The rumours are true, are they?
And I'm going to have to bring it to your attention. This is what I heard.
Taylor Swift has got fans guessing again tonight after her charter jet left Sydney this morning, headed back to the US. It's fueled rumours boyfriend Travis Kelce could be flying in to join Swift in Sydney.
I'm sorry. Who?
It's fueled rumours boyfriend Travis Kelce could be flying in to join Swift in Sydney.
Travis Kelce.
Oh, wait.
His name is, all the world knows his name is Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
just last week when Mark was in here, Mark said this.
You've got to be prepared. One thing I love to do is know exactly where I'm going, what I'm about to say. So if there's a name I'm not sure about, I'll go and ask, I'll go and check.
And yet, Mark, probably the most famous man in the world right now, Travis Kelce, and you've called him this.
Travis Kelce.
Oh, Mark.
Look at that, the chinks in the armour.
I haven't dropped him. I don't want you to think I've dropped him. But I'm on high alert.
Well, as long as you don't start critiquing me for anything.
Oh, please, I ran out of time and effort years ago.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
Married at first sight last night.
You've teased me for about an hour. Just tell me what happened.
There's a new groom on the show that's trying to add...
people still getting married?
Yeah, there's new grooms, new brides. So we've seen this new guy, I've forgotten his name, but he's trying to add his own abbreviation of decent to the lexicon.
Decent.
I hate him.
Means like decent, which is like very good looking in our
yuck.
terminology. Yeah.
And
I hate him. Are they talking about women when they go dece?
Dece, come on. It's a
Boys,
thing.
give us a dece. Dece.
Anyway, remember when I came up with Tez for terrible?
That was a terrible.
Oh, no, that's Tez. So there's that. Also, there's Madeline, the Maddie medium.
Is she new?
Madeline, the Maddie medium, is new.
This is sexy! I want you to know, I cry so much. Obviously, you picked that up. I cry so often.
Okay.
Oh, why am I so annoying? Okay, no, you know what yes, I know, thank you, hold on, sorry, they're talking to me now, hold on, I love you, yes, and they don't like me doing this, I love you, hold on.
Things are good, and then she started hearing voices.
Oh, great, great. And she only just met him, but she's saying, I love you, I love you.
Yeah, no, they're the voices, because she's a medium.
Who are the voices? So the voices are telling her
the voices in her head.
The voices are saying, I love you.
This poor guy's sitting there, because she looks good.
Deece.
She looks good, but at the same time,
She's
a full-blown nut.
Right.
So it's like having a Ferrari. You know, you go, Ferrari, it looks good until you get in and drive it around and it breaks down. You go, Ferrari.
And she got keyed by one of the other brides.
But bombshell news courtesy of my daughter sends me a text last night. Madeline, the Maddie medium, is an actor, and she mentions that in the show. She says an actor, but I thought, she might have been an amateur theatre. She was a major player in the TV show Wentworth.
So she's a proper actor.
She's a full-on actor. She played Nurse Radcliffe in Wentworth.
The contraceptive education program starts today. It's voluntary. The program is to educate women about unwanted pregnancies on release.
You can't force us on the pill.
It's voluntary.
They can't force us.
It's voluntary.
So while we're editing words, I'm calling bullsh on anything she says.
Do you think she's a real medium, or do you think she's playing the role of a medium to spice things up?
Don't know.
Well, you're the one who watched, so you tell me.
I watched it. I don't know. Gus, I don't know. I don't know. But look,
Does it matter that she's an actor?
Well, it sort of
I don't watch. Does it matter to you?
It takes a bit of the fun out of it because she's probably not a real Maddie.
She's not in it to find love, Brendan.
Let's move on.
So she's not a real Maddie.
I want a real Maddie.
I reckon she probably is.
I want a real nut.
There's more?
What about Lucinda? You know Lucinda, the Byron Bay hippie.
It's a little bit, I just wanted to hide in my
who
little
sounds
shop.
like other people. We've demonstrated she sounds like Debbie from Tim and Debbie from Australia standing in it.
One of the most amazing places that I've ever been in.
She sounds like Uterus Woman from Big Little Miracles.
Your uterus.
I hate that she's known as Uterus Woman, by the way.
That's what she comes up as. That's on a LinkedIn profile.
Sure.
And now this is who Lucinda sounds like. Let's prepare Lucinda to...
It's a little bit, I just wanted to hide in my little shell.
That's Lucinda.
Yep, to Marion the sex worker from Kath and Kit.
Okay, well, Kel has told me all about your little problem. And the good news is that it is easily fixed.
Also...
Mark Downey at her best.
Also, Lucinda is on TikTok hosting a jazzercise performance. Here you go. Just watch this.
She's getting into it. Is that jazzercise? Leopard print kind of animal movement. It's Byron.
As someone said, she's my new Roman Empire. I don't know if it's Dees. It's certainly Tez or Bush.
It's WTF.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
$20,000 at the end of the year for our favourite ghoulie of the year, thanks to Heron Forbes Machinery House. But our early bird prize, our ghoulie of the week, a skin control beauty pack.
Ooh, my skin is so out of control.
Sure is. What have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is that when you're driving in peak hour traffic and you've got that one particular car that spews out black smoke and gives out an awful smell, particularly when you're driving with your windows down. It's just disgusting. That's what gets my ghoulies.
Yeah, we should not be seeing that in this day and age, should we? Do you ever dob anyone in? Remember they used to have a number you could call for that stuff?
No, I'm not doing that.
Aren't you?
Well, I'm probably the biggest contributor to the black smoke and noise in the world.
I'm going to dob you in.
You dob me in.
What else have we got?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. I'm probably going to sound like a cranky old lady here, but what gets my ghoulies is bad customer service. When you walk into a store and the person behind the counter says, "Are you right?" Well, you're not right because you're standing there waiting to be served. And don't even get me started on this latest one. Have a good one. What's have a good one? A good day, a good evening, a good burger, a good chips. Bring back old-fashioned customer service, please.
What about the new one when you order something and they say perfect?
Perfect.
What do you mean?
What about too easy?
Too easy.
Too easy.
And someone was buying a coffee and the guy stuffed it up twice and then he said too easy. My friend said, well, obviously it wasn't.
You sure that friend wasn't you?
No, but I wish I had said it.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you did that, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9.
Our favourite caller email, a Facebook friend, wins a late combo party for 8 guests at Cable's Wake Park and Aqua Park in Penrith.
The most fun you can have in and on the water, you know. You also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet.
You know, dating apps are out, running clubs are in. Apparently, people are joining running clubs to find their new loves. I can't think of anything worse than being read sweaty.
And what if you have a
Slobby.
big bum crack sweat? That always looks bad.
It always looks bad. So the tribal drum was beating for met at my most unattractive.
I am not an animal!
Here's Tennille from Cronulla.
I got in the middle of a brawl and accidentally got king hit and my jaw and nose got broken.
Oh, my God.
Didn't help that the police officer that turned up and helped escort me to hospital was a bit of a looker. So I was a little bit embarrassed that I looked so terrible in front of this guy. Checked in on me a few days later and then a few days later and kept checking in on me until we went on a first date. And fast forward 5 years and we are still together.
Tennille, what a story. That's how she met the captain.
Righto, you two. That's
Thanks for your
enough.
support. I'm here all week. Please join me.
Tease.
Bill Weaver's up next with the best week of your life. You choose.
We'll be back from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.